All right.
Yeah. Looks like it's going. Cool.
That's cool. So what does this do different than like Zoom or anything else?
Well, it looks like with the free plan, we can have up to 6 people at a time. We can do stuff like we can have live. Well, there's a private chat. There's branding options and banners, and we could have, if we were to, like, we could have set it up to just go live directly to the YouTube channel and or Twitch and or Facebook groups, pages, or personal profiles. Like, we can do all of it. So I feel like it would be a good idea if we did just like get into the hang of doing all this stuff and like get in the habit of it. And then,
yeah,
for this one, we don't need to be going live as we're just still trying to figure everything out, right?
Yeah, here I'm shooting Scott a message. I'm gonna shoot Scott a message.
I sent everyone links, the join link on Facebook.
Okay.
But now I close because I don't want to my almost vintage MacBook Pro to crash because I have too many things going on.
You said Curtis was gonna hop on?
I told him about it and he just gave me a thumbs up. So I don't, and then I haven't heard, from anybody. Same with Jerry. I invited Ron.
Zachrin?
Yeah, but I haven't heard back from him. And then, who else? Oh, Charles.
Oh, nice.
I messaged him, but he's
where?
He's working tonight. So
working. What does he do?
I guess right now he's working at a pizza place in Hamtramck, where it's like, it sounds good. Like, I want to go there.
What does he do
like
by
sourdough?
What does he do by
sourdough pizza crust? And I don't know. It just sounds good.
What does he do for, like, what's his regular gig?
I think that is his regular gig right now.
Yeah.
But I forget what it's called. Let me see. Like Henrietta House or something. In Hamtramck.
Cool.
Henrietta Haas. Haus.
Henrietta Haas.
So, yeah, I want to go there and check it out. I like Hamtramck.
Yeah.
Cool. But let's see. So there's things we can do, like I can go like this and
okay. So this is like if we had so this only allows 10 people?
With our current setup with a free plan, we can do 6.
Oh, 6.
Which is why I only invited a handful of people.
But you're saying, like, if we wanted to open this up to the public, then there could be like 20 people, or whoever hopped on could be on this video thing with the scrolling banner and these other features.
Right. Or we could just, we could do it where we never have more than 6 people at a time, but, on screen, on camera, but we can interact with the live audience and, you know what I mean? Like like on the right, there's a like comments section.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
So people could be interacting with us, and then there's this banner section, which I don't know. It doesn't look like it, but like maybe my computer's too slow. Or maybe it is showing it, and I don't know. Like you can make little tickers go at the bottom of the screen and stuff like that, so we could promote things like URLs. Like I just added bileebob.bandcamp.com, and for some reason I'm not seeing it at the bottom.
Oh, I see it.
But you do?
Yeah.
Okay. You see it at the bottom of the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. It's weird because I don't see it on mine. But whatever.
Yes.
There's these different layouts we can do. Depending on what we're trying to present, we can shift it around and we can share the screen to take over the screen and like show something like on YouTube or whatever. You can do that.
Like on my desktop.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing that's cool is we could do something like we could add music. We can have background music, so we could do like a record, a preview, like record release party type of thing, or as long as original music, right? But I think I just there's so many things we can do. Really interesting. You know what I mean?
Well, I got that that EP. I got that EP about wrapped up. I mean, I got it uploaded. I just have to tighten up some things on the Bandcamp page.
Okay. Yeah, you sent me the link, but then I just went to your Bandcamp page and I didn't see it live, so maybe it's not published.
Right, it's private.
Okay. Is it called Trauma?
Trom.
So I see. Yeah.
Which means it means dream in German.
Okay.
Which I thought was interesting. Yeah. But then it does have that here. Let me look it up here. How trauma became or got part of that. Let's see here. I don't know. But anyway.
So what's is it an EP?
Yeah, it's just 4 tracks. It's 2 like dance tracks and 2 ambient tracks.
Cool.
The cover is when?
Yeah.
Whenever I finish tightening up that.
Whenever I feel like it.
Yeah. And I think I just missed the Bandcamp Friday, I think. Was it this past Friday?
Or I'm not sure. Next week.
Oh, dang. Yeah. Oh, well, okay, hold on. Let's look it up. But I was going to say maybe we could try something with this release with this platform.
Yeah.
Okay. September.
But then what? Do it on Friday?
November 3rd.
Oh, okay. Actually, I don't think I'll be here.
Calendar.
Maybe.
Well, I could release it that day, and then like we could do this platform thing another.
Right.
Let's see. I'm doing this all the hard way here. I'm trying to see what is that next week, November 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll just tighten up some stuff over the week and then release it this weekend.
Yeah. I have some other stuff for the label to put out.
Let's see. So Friday. Cool. Yeah. So I think that's what I'll do. Here, I'm going to go back to the platform here. All right. Yeah. Well, that worked out good. Yeah. The tracks are all ready. I just want to. I might price them at like $1.49 or something, or I don't know, whatever. But maybe I'll make some videos, some quick promo videos or something for each one.
Some, or some reels.
Oh, that's what I mean.
Some reels, some YouTube shorts.
Mm-hmm. But I just want to go back to probably just try to start recording everything, video, audio. Whether it's a jam or not, unofficial or whatever. Just to document it, and then cut it up.
Yeah.
And use what's good.
Yeah. We should probably start recording the sets.
Yeah, someday, man. Shoot. Yeah, that should be like the first thing we set up.
I mean, we should do it every time, the whole night.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or bad, at least if it, because more often than not, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And we should be recording it. And then, but we haven't been. I think it's not that I don't want to. I did when I played with Al Esther. Recorded that night. And I think the only reason why I haven't been more on top of that is just because that booth is so small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I can bring my laptop's huge. It's a 17-inch book, so like it's bigger than a CDJ.
Yeah.
But like a different rectangle. But anyway, I can just press record and put it under the table or something, I guess,
Yeah.
Just getting the
that booth is not conducive to getting work done.
It's fun, but I can't even stand up straight in there.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. It is what it. I mean, I'm glad we're doing it. We've been having fun, right?
Yeah.
Have you heard of any news about Thanksgiving Eve?
No, I'll work on that.
Okay.
I'll work on that this week.
Cool. Yeah, I got a message from Josh. I think it was late Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, is Stone Owl confirmed? Yes.
All right.
I'm looking forward to that, though.
Yeah, that's that. Dang, what's that? That's 3 weeks. Is that 3 weeks?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's about a month. I mean,
all right.
I just wonder.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay. I'll get cracking.
Cool. Are you still making those t-shirts?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I am. I got two on my hopper right now. I got to wrap up.
Because you could sell those on your Bandcamp.
Yeah, I probably could.
I mean, there's a merch section, you know.
Yeah, I need to look. Hold on, I need to add that to my list here. Yeah, I'll look into that.
Did you hear back from Scott?
Nope, not yet.
Let's see. Let's see if I've heard from anyone.
I don't know if that's late for him or not.
Right now is late. It's so funny because this is like, I'm just not used to 10:30 being late.
Yeah, this is when I start going out.
I guess I live in a completely different world.
Yeah. Yeah, this is when I start going out
with a friend the other day. Right. I'm just getting started.
Yeah. You were hanging out with somebody the other day?
Yeah, I fixed a phone for my friend, and he was just saying like how he's often in bed by 9, and I'm just like, what? I just don't get that.
Yeah.
In bed by 9 on any night of the week is just absurd to me. But
I mean, especially if all you're doing all day is work and, you know, your to-do list.
Yeah. I still need to figure out this BeatStep Pro.
Yeah, I was playing with Ableton Lite the other night. Yeah, I think you're going to be good with just using the sounds in that.
My only thing is, I mean, I have a copy of Ableton. It's not the full version, but it's a legit registered copy. And my only thing, it's like, Ableton has a sequencer in it, so why would I use the BeatStep Pro and Ableton? Why wouldn't I just make the song in Ableton? Do you know what I mean? Like, what's the benefit of using an external controller sequencer when there's already a sequencer? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe there is one. I just I don't know.
Well, because you'll be able to, like, if you had loaded a synth. See, I don't know if it's like Reason. I think it might be though, like where if you loaded a synth sound, then you can go into that sound and then like with the BeatStep tweak, like you can modulate it, and you know what I mean, with the with the knobs,
So
change
like if I had a VST plugin and Ableton and the beat step, it would be like having more instruments, I suppose, and more control.
My guess so. I'm not sure, but yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah. I was gonna say, when I start videotaping, I really want to do a, like a studio, where I'm like talking about my setup,
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, there's a lot of potential there. I mean,
it's just a matter of
like when I bring up that we should be doing this with the Yard live streaming, and I've mentioned like how the comedians have blown up clearly because of it. But it's not just comedians. I've witnessed so many people blow up their careers, whether they're authors or teachers, or just creators of so many different, different types of content creators, and then they turn around and sell their product, right? Like they use these videos to build their fan base, their audience, their clientele, and so it's not just comedians. I've watched people go from nothing to writing best-selling books on Amazon. You know what I mean? And they have like they're a best-selling book because their fan base on YouTube is so huge. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I just feel like this is something that we could all be implementing, as the label, as artists on the label, but also as individuals, like individual, like you have your own YouTube channel. Jerry has his own YouTube channel that I think has one video on it. Chris Lowell has his own. So I mean, everyone I just feel like it's something that we're not utilizing that we need to do more of. And there's some things that we could be doing. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but you could probably create a course on how to make electronic music and sell it to, sell it to your listeners on YouTube. Where
that's one thing
you could. No, I mean, yeah, like you can make a series of videos that explain every technique that you can think of and charge like, who knows, $100 or $500 or something,
I wanted to do like production techniques or something like that.
That would be cool. I think that'd be sweet. I mean, I'm sure someone's doing it, but
Erica was doing that. I think I don't know if it was right after COVID or around there, where she was doing through a different platform, like kind of like a master class,
Yeah.
And her thing was like on like the whole I don't know, the whole thing of being an artist. I guess like how to get bookings and all that crap, And I think hers was like like $100 some bucks.
I wonder what platform she used. Like I know there's something called Teachable.
Mm.
I'm not sure. I know there's something called Gumroad, but I don't know if that does courses.
Yeah, I don't know how to, I'd have to dig to see. Oh, I spelled it wrong. I don't know. I don't know how to find it here. I don't know her last name. Oh.
Well, on that note, did you hear anything about the Sam Hain party last night?
No. What did something happen?
Oh no, I just know it. I know there was an IT party last night.
Oh yeah. No. No. And I know Vidash is in town.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she always goes every year.
I watched it was a boiler room session of Egyptian Lover playing live or DJing. I think it was like a hybrid DJ live set from Vietnam.
Oh wow.
It was actually really cool. It was so cool because I had never, Egyptian Lover, just that song was such a, influential. It was like one of the main tracks back in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
But then I see that he's performing and I've never gone, I've never heard him. And just to see him actually just rock it, like he fucking killed it,
Yeah.
It was cool to see.
Yeah, it's cool. He still gets booked quite a bit in Detroit. It looks like Desi's talking with him.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah, I think he played at Spotlight.
Yeah, he played with Godfather and
that
a couple other guys.
That looked like a crazy night.
I don't remember the rest of the lineup. It was probably a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that I know, because I'm not trying to toss smack, but I remember Gabe booked African Bambaataa for one of those analog parties a long time ago. And he just pressed play on records he didn't even try to mix. And I was just like, what do you like?
Who did that? Oh, African Bambaataa.
Yeah. He didn't even mix. So I was just thinking you not know how or what, It was really kind of a letdown.
Yeah. I have a funny. Yeah, I have a funny story about about Egypt. He was playing at there was a spot in Woodbridge. Remember that little venue in Woodbridge? I forget, but it was about the size of like 1515. I can't remember that, but anyway, so he was performing there, and I was doing my my fanzine or whatever. I had that website, and I was like doing interviews and stuff. So Brendan got me a interview with him, and it was like one of my first interviews, like interviewing somebody national or somebody I didn't know personally.
Yeah.
So actually, it was, a first time really interviewing somebody. So I brought so I interviewed him in my car, and I think it was I had like baby seats in there, and him and his partner. I think it's Jamie Jupiter. I think it was his partner.
Okay.
So they hop in the car, and I'm trying to do this interview. Oh, Brendan's sitting in the car. I try to do this interview, recording him using Audacity with a laptop. So with the laptop as the microphone, you know what I mean? So I'm like holding this open laptop up. He's like, but this is the funniest part. And I don't know if this was like before or after. So I'm like asking all these questions, I don't know, kind of awkward, and I'm not a seasoned interviewer, so but he goes either before or after it was all done, he goes, have you ever done this before? Of course, I'm like, oh yeah, I do this, blah blah blah.
Totally.
But actually, so I think it's on my my SoundCloud. The interview is on my SoundCloud, and it's only I think it's on. And when the interview stopped, it stopped on 3. It was 3 minutes and 3. No, it was either 3 minutes and 3 seconds long or 8 minutes and 8 seconds long. Let's see. Bileebob. That would be Egypt. But that would be SoundCloud.
What's the URL for that?
I'm looking it up the hard way, but I should just go to my SoundCloud page. I stopped using it when I ran out of free space.
Yeah.
Sign in.
SoundCloud. Get a phone was autofilled by Google.
Social media. Oh, I got the password right. Let's see.
It's just soundcloud.com //
let's see. Profile. /Bileebob. All right, so popular tracks. Let's see. Yeah, it's still here. 2006. All right, let's see if I can send you this link here. Share. No. I guess I did that. Shareable. All right, let's see how this would work here. All right, so what? Put it in the comments. Can I do that?
Or or private chat, maybe.
All right, yeah, let's try that. Does that pop up for you?
Yeah, I got a long URL.
Yeah.
But then I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with it.
You can't click it?
Well, I can click it, but then I mean, I don't know how will it play in the. I guess, yeah, we can just try and play it. If it's short, so I mean, we'll see what happens. It's not like it's copyrighted content, right?
Oh, no.
I mean, if anyone owns the copyright to the interview, it's you, right?
Yeah.
I'm just not sure how I guess we could do like a screen share somehow. I don't know how that works.
I mean, if you click it, what does it do?
So it opened in the browser, right? It's open in Chrome. I can press play.
You can hear it?
Do you hear it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you're not hearing it. Weird. I wonder how to share it into Streamyard. You know what I mean? There has to be. I know a way. I just don't know. Share screen. Let's see what happens. Press that. All right, I don't know. I'm going to try something. Let's see. It says sharing. Are you hearing that?
A little, but is it
together like the whole time?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
forever. Jamie and I, we've been friends forever, and we just started making music just to play it in the clubs and the dances, and it just went up, it just went crazy from there. You know,
Right. How old were you when you first started?
17, 18, good old days.
I kind of want to get back into doing this, but it's time consuming,
Very
you
first
know.
music I bought was the 808.
How much was it back then?
Yeah.
I think I paid like 400 for it, 450. That was the best investment I ever made.
Did you ever meet Mojo?
No,
Mojo? You familiar?
he's from Detroit.
Right. He was like back in that time. He was like always playing your records.
Yeah, I heard a lot about him. I never met him. If I did, I don't remember.
You see Diz in the comments?
I met Juan Atkins back in the day, and still on today. We're still.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he's out in LA now, right?
Yeah, he's back and forth Detroit and LA.
Yeah, my favorite.
Here, I'll respond to him.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Wait, What comments?
So,
It's crazy. Too,
Private
when you go to
private
high
chat
school
Diz
football games
is
in LA.
The
trying to
bands are
connect.
banned.
You can't play that.
Boom. It's a trip.
Oh, really?
Crazy.
so how are
Okay.
you guys? You've been touring the whole time. I saw like
On and off. I took about. Well, I've been doing
Yes.
concerts nonstop, but I haven't.
Yeah.
done a
So
lot.
again, so
Just
this
started
we're
doing a
sitting
lot
in a
of work,
minivan with
drop.
he's talking
3
into
minutes
an
drop.
open laptop.
We're doing a lot of European tours. We're doing a lot of places we haven't been in a long time, like Detroit.
It actually doesn't sound that bad,
So we
though.
came back.
No, it was good.
There's a lot of electric band stuff out here, so we had to come out here and do it.
I'm a use what you got kind of guy, man.
LA is full of everything. They got rap, they got
Yeah,
house,
totally.
they got techno, they got electro, they got old school. In LA, I'm considered old school. It's not considered electro. And we do old school parties, freestyle parties, and it's just they like.
Okay,
all kinds
this
of
is
music.
cool how
It's pretty good scene.
sharing.
how is
How what?
like technology?
I
changed?
like how it's sharing the screen. I like how it's sharing the
Now a
screen
lot of,
like that.
You know, a lot of cats
Yeah,
are
and the
using
audio.
computers and stuff.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
Serato and
as far as
stuff like that.
DJing, I still use vinyl records. I love the sound of the vinyl records. I like the show of mixing with vinyl records. I don't like using CDs or Serato or any fake vinyl or anything like that. I use the real vinyl with the labels, where people can see the labels and do my thing. As far as recording, I still use a lot of drum
Serato.
machines and keyboards. And I went a little bit into the Fruity Loop thing because they got a good sounding 808. It's real clean and digital, so I kind of go with that. But as far as my love is always going to be analog sound. Analog sound is where I want to be, and where I always will be.
How about like with it seems now with the way like technology is kind of more recently, kind of level the playing field as far as
Yeah, I mean, we
Not
could do
really.
the same
Like,
thing with.
you can give 5 people the same software, the same equipment, and they're all going to come out with different things. Because you still have to have creativity to come up with something. I thought the same thing when all the music programs came out.
How long
You
does
could
it say
buy
the
a
interview
program,
is?
get 50 keyboards on it, but you still have to know what to do. Because a lot of people get that stuff.
It's
overproduce a song,
about
and it sounds like
halfway,
crap.
just over
And some
halfway
people who know
done.
what to do with it, they can make it. Make a good beat with
6
it.
minutes.
I can use free loops. I can use reasons and all that, and still come out with my kind of music. But other people can get the same exact equipment, and they just can't duplicate it, no matter what.
now. What's your take on the whole distribution?
But it's sad right now.
Trying
because
to
all the
trying to
records are
add
going out of
Dizzle.
business. All the distributors are going out of business because of the downloads and the MP3s and the iPods. And I always say I'm not making music for iPods. I'm making music for the clubs. I've always been a DJ, and I'm making music for the DJs, for the clubs. So my stuff has bass and it booms. iPod music don't have any bass. Kids today don't even know what bass is. All they hear is the little tiny speakers in their heads with iPods. And I don't want to make iPod music. I mean, one day maybe I'll be forced to do it, but that's for now. And probably for the next 5-6 years, I'm still going to make a bass booming DJ club music.
What about as far as like new guys coming up, using internet and that kind of thing?
That's on them. Man. I haven't seen anybody sell a lot of records through MP3s yet. I mean, it's probably easy to do because you never sell out. It's probably going to be easy to do. But when you buy one record off the internet, the MP3, you can burn it 1,000,000 times. You're never going to lose a generation. So they might sell one record, and over 5 million people might have it. As far as back in the day, when you buy a record, it was easy because they was buying 2 records because they had to mix it. And
DJs were.
the DJs are buying 2 records of each, and it just boosted the sales. And then when they mix it to death and it gets worn out, they go buy 2 more. So the sales were much better back in the day than it is now. Today's technology, I mean, they made it sound better, but the record label shot themselves in the foot by making it sound so good that you can copy it over and over and over again and never lose a generation. So that's why the record companies are hurting and crying right now.
You guys eat any place good in did you take them down to Lafayette?
Oh, we were at Honest John's.
Honest John's, yeah, we did that.
Cafeteria.
Well, where's a good place to eat in Detroit?
Coney Islands, man, Lafayette.
All right, we're going there tomorrow. All right.
That's my thing. Chili dog.
We were shocked downtown Detroit to see all the buildings closed up and the big train station empty like that. I mean,
Oh,
It's
yeah.
kind of because when I came back here in '84, I mean, it was booming. Everything was just booming. But now it's like
That's
everything
cool.
abandoned buildings. It's kind of sad for me, to see it like that.
Yeah, there's like pockets of, you see a lot of lights, and then you see nothing but.
I think I'm the only one here. I'm all alone.
I don't know what's going on.
Did you get kicked off? Did your computer crash?
It didn't crash, but the browser did something weird. It's almost like the second the stream, it's almost like the second SoundCloud stopped, it messed with the Streamyard for some reason. But whatever. That was cool though.
Hey!
Trying to add Dizzle.
He probably can't
Sup?
see anything yet. Hello?
It's loading. There he is. Now I see him.
Can you hear us?
I don't know. I can.
I assume not.
Let's see. Man, I really need a new computer. This shit is so ridiculous.
Mac or Windows? You're more Mac, right?
I mean, I don't really care anymore.
Yeah, I got a bunch of towers. Windows 10 and 11.
Well, I have a Mac Pro that is newer. I might just bring that out here into the living room. He says it's dead quiet and I can see no video. Not sure what's up. Also, I did enable my camera as well, but it stays a black box.
Oh,
You can hear him too.
Can you hear us? He's getting there. Oh man.
I wonder if there's something I can do.
Tell him to contact his administrator. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Hey.
Now I can.
Hello.
There's a button that says having issues.
That's just for the platform, I think.
Can you hear my audio?
Yes.
Weird. Oh, it's kind of strange just sitting in a room with a black screen. Right. I'm talking to nobody.
You could. Can you hear us?
Okay.
Can you hear us? Oh, maybe not. Yes, those the buttons to connect are a little kind of confusing. Like they're like when they're grayed out, they look like they're on or whatever, you know, when you first log on here.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's really weird that we can see him and hear him, but he can't see or hear us. Okay. He rejoined.
Is he in Dexter?
He's in Ann Arbor.
Oh, sweet.
Okay. What's up with all this technology barely working half the time?
All these computer guys in the room.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that interview was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a bunch of I don't know, just, you know, pet projects like you know, just bringing back all those archives. Man, I just got a shit ton of interviews I did over the years, and I wanted to make a site where, you know, all those are basically rebuild that website again, you know. Or make a book, you know, make a book out. I've always wanted to make a book out of them, or, you know what I mean? Archive all the interviews. And
yeah, that'd be cool. You could do you could probably even do some kind of like dictation where, you know, text or speech to text where you wouldn't even have to type it out.
Right.
You could just have some like AI type it out for you. That would be sweet.
Text to speech. No, speech to text, actually.
Yeah, right. That's what I meant if I didn't say that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff on what do you call it? DV tape.
Yeah.
Mini DV maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a mini DV camera.
I think I do too, but I need to figure out how to convert that to you know, basically dump that to the computer, you know.
I have everything you need to do it if you don't.
Okay.
Yeah. It's super easy. You just have to you basically just plug it in via FireWire and then load that into iMovie and press record, and it'll basically will play it in real time and record it in real time. So that's kind of a lengthy I mean, it all depends on how long each thing is, but you know, So if it's only a 5-minute thing, it's not a big deal. But like that video of you and Scott playing live at TV Bar, you know, like that was all mini DB. All right.
Yeah,
He's trying. He's trying.
Is it work? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Jeez, oh Pete. So I'm in another browser. I had to use June's browser. So it's working, but everything's in Japanese.
Oh,
so I don't know. Yeah, see, looks like this. You probably can't tell, but like everything I can't read.
Oh yeah.
But it's working.
Cool, Beaver.
Awesome.
It's
Beaver facts.
Fat.
Yeah. I love that.
That's the perfect background.
I know. I had to bring it. It's always in this room. My wife teaches from this room, but me and my daughter made that for school. So
for her.
And that was
for school.
It was supposed to be
What's that?
the name of it was supposed to be the name of our other podcast.
I know. We
Beaver
wanted to have a
Facts.
podcast called Beaver Facts. Not necessarily never tell anybody any Beaver Facts. Just call it that, and people are like, "Where are the Beaver Facts?" But there's a lot of facts on there.
Yeah,
So.
they never talk about it. They talk about bees.
Yeah.
They talk about chipmunks.
So what's up, man? I haven't talked to you since you got back from Japan, I think.
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna shut the door so I don't wake everybody up. Hold on.
Oh, all right. Yeah, never mind what I just asked. No.
I can hear you. Oh,
Cool.
yeah. So, I don't know. June wants to move to Japan. Who's breathing? Oh, that was right. Someone was writing.
Oh, I was scratching my screen.
Yeah. So,
did you buy us a
in
dojo?
Japan wants us to move there.
Yeah.
And it's
Did
really
you
nice.
find a dojo though?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
For sale? Did you buy it?
Yeah, no, I didn't buy, but there is a house there. But I mean, the logistics are, I don't know. I have a house here, so it gets complicated.
You do martial arts?
That's a stereotype, but it's actually really accurate.
No, do you? You're like, no, I heard what you said.
No. Do Asians all know martial arts?
Yeah. No. Do you?
No. I'm saying.
Oh. Backpedaling.
Well, yeah, actually, I do, but we were just saying, like, there's properties. So what's going on in Japan is the population is going down every year. I don't know if people know this or not, but because people aren't banging anymore, they just aren't. Like, people don't want to have kids, and money sucks, or it's not real, and then so there's all these properties in Japan. They're getting extremely cheap because there's nobody to live there. They're just and so there's there's not just houses for sale, but there's literally martial arts schools for sale, like a whole block, and we could afford for the same price as a house in Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
Like so we were talking about, I could actually buy an honest to God, ninja school, no joke, not even a joke. And we could all live there.
No joke.
Yeah, right. It's kind of an amazing thing to think about. Let's just all move to Japan and live and have our own school, of people from Detroit and They'd be like, "Who the hell are these people?"
I bet it would be the best thing we ever did. Like if we went there and on the weekends we just DJ'd and played live and electronic music and then trained martial arts and learned how to be ninjas.
It would be healthy, probably, but there's another trick. We're not citizens of Japan, so you'd have to become a citizen, and then they'd be like, why would we want you to be a citizen? But they might, if the population is going down.
Yeah, that's your reason, because
or
you need me.
If I promised to make babies when I got there.
I'm good at making babies. Let's make some gaijin babies.
You need me.
Yeah.
That's why Japan.
Yeah, so I don't know.
My seed.
They don't want that because when people think, it's an interesting thing. When you think of Japan, you think of Japanese people, right? But you think about America, and what do Americans look like? Well, everything. They look like everything, right? But Japanese, when you think of, if someone goes, "Oh, I'm from Japan," you don't think of Eric, right? But you could have been born in Japan, but it's this rare, So I don't know. I mean, we could be Japanese and and then alter their entire genetic code. So then all of a sudden there's like 6-foot Japanese people walking around everywhere. And then the door companies are like, fuck, we have to make the door things higher.
Oh man.
Because right now you'll hit your head everywhere.
Disruption.
I already do
they'll
that.
change it. The whole architecture of the country has to change. If Eric starts making babies over there.
Oh man.
Sounds like a good idea.
It's not. It is.
Maybe.
It's a good idea.
Maybe that's
You too tall. You too tall.
You're so tall. You would just have a concussion all the time.
You ruined my country.
Yeah. No, they're super, like the Japanese people are so nice when you're there. Like, and they're like, you can work here. You should move here. Like, you can work anywhere. Like, I'll hire you. That guy will hire you. They're all looking out for each other. Now that's where in Yamagata, in Tokyo, it's kind of hectic, like, it's like any big city, it's people aren't really paying attention. Like everyone's just doing crazy shit all the time and they're all crammed together. But in the country, like up north, those people are good, man. I mean, I went to a school with 100 kids. Not one of them had a cell phone. Like, they're all talking to you like, hey, what's going on? And everyone's like, you go to a party and I was going to parties like every other night. Like people just party and eat food outside, all the time. And it's just like, everyone's happy, no one's bitching about anything. No one's complaining, So it's like, it's so different, everyone walks around with their head up and they look at you and they're like, hey, how's it going? Yeah. What's up? Like, let's cook something, and hang out. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I'll live here, But the insects are like this big,
Huh.
I've been to China.
Yeah. Go back to China.
Yeah,
bitch.
China's cool. China's just wild.
But in China, are you afraid of getting arrested ever?
No, man, I would go. I went there for 2 adoptions, and I would love going. I had a lot of what do you call it? Just downtime, So
yeah,
at night, man, at like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, I'd be wandering the streets.
Yeah,
black guy from Detroit wandering the streets of China,
right.
Shopping, buying sneakers off the street.
Are they? So China's pretty safe, right?
Oh yeah. Like no crime and all that. Same as Japan, I think, right?
Oh yeah, it's unheard of, right?
I just saw that posted I think it was in Japan, like the different, like you can't even like there's warning signs about fighting, like you can't get into a fist fight, you go to jail for 2 years
In Japan?
in Japan. Yeah.
No, I never seen those signs. I never seen anyone try to fist fight, really.
That's why.
Like it would, yeah, it would really, someone would really have to be pissed off, but you might, I don't know, you might go to jail, but I've never heard of going to jail for fist fighting in Japan.
How about kung fu fighting?
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the majority of it. Just ninjas, just old ninja stuff, you know. The old ninja family is just still fighting. Who knows?
Like the Sicilians, right?
Yeah. No, it's pretty chill there, you know. It's cool.
How often do you go there?
Well, I can't go too often because, you know, I have to, every time I leave work, I just have to do the work when I get back. So I've gone like four times.
Oh, for work?
No, it's not for work. My wife's Japanese, so her family lives there, and my children are dual citizenship. So like they need to go. You know, they should go, and they go to school. They go to school there sometimes. So the last time we went, they go to school while we're there. It's a lot of fun. So they have friends there, and you know, it's great, honestly. Like, it's funny, I was talking to the kids there at the school there, and they want to ask about guns and stuff, you know. They're like, have you ever seen a gun? I'm like, yeah. Like, you ever shoot a gun? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I've been shot all kinds of guns, you know. And then I'm like, dude, these kids, I'm like, my wife's a teacher, and she teaches in Detroit, right? And I said, one of my wife's students got shot to death by a school shooter. And then they were like in fucking shock. Like they were just like, they looked fucking terrified. And they're like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you know, that shit happens, you know? And then they couldn't even believe it, you know? Because like it's fun talking about guns, and then you're like, yeah, my wife's students got shot. And then like, what?
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, you know? So they don't even. And you tell them like, yeah, the Detroit, because they're there, we're there catching fish. They just go in the river and catch fish and eat them on the spot, you know. And they're like, the fish good, and like where you're from. I'm like, the Detroit River's fucking poisonous. And the Huron River, like the Huron River, they dump chromium, hexachromium, whatever. I can't even eat the fish, and they look like they're gonna cry. They can't imagine. They're like, why would the river be poisoned? Yeah. Like, isn't food in the river and life? And like, yeah, but you know, apparently, just dump your shit in the river around here. You know? And then they're like, oh my God, it sounds like fucking hell. And then I sat there and I go, you know, the more I talk about it, it doesn't sound that good, does it? Like, what do you have? And I'm like, well, they don't do any kind of emissions checking on my vehicle, so I guess that's something good.
Yeah.
I don't have
you guys
to get.
Heard,
yeah.
Have you heard of the float down?
We float down the river on an inner tube.
Yeah, under the Blue Water Bridge. They do it once a year.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway, I've done it once. Yeah. I did it once, and it was so creepy. It was like, we should not be doing this. You know what I mean? Because like there's this part like under the Blue Water Bridge, it's super cool, but once you get past that, you start going by like this, like, you know, there's just this area where it gets really sketchy, and you just realize, like, you know, we should not. We probably have cancer, you know. Or an arm growing out of your back by the time you're done, you know.
Yeah, it's real. It's for real. Well, they said last year or the year before, I can't remember, when the same factory in Detroit keeps dumping their hexachromium in the river, and it comes to Ypsi and Ann Arbor, right? And and they're like, don't even walk in the river. They're like it can soak through your legs and
Oh,
get into your
geez.
blood. And I'm like, God
What
damn it.
is hexachromium? I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, so there's actually a really famous story, and they made a movie about it. From another
Is that
state.
how the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were made?
No, that's a different movie, and that's not a documentary though. That's
Silkwood.
that's fiction. There's one guy. Julia Roberts plays the actress when they made this movie, and it's a true story.
I know
it's
you're
the
talking
exact same story, right? Where all these people were poisoned from this, and they use it to put chrome on parts for GM, to make shiny parts. And I guess it's a really toxic process, so they just dump it in the river.
Oh, Aaron Brockovich.
That's it. And that story is almost the same story. It's the same chemical, and they were dumping it there too. And
I think Silkwood was another one like that.
yeah, there's a bunch. I mean, there's probably so many, but you don't know till they get caught. So, But you end up with you can't, like you're saying. Why would you go on an inner tube through that shit? You come out shiny.
Yeah.
You have chrome legs. And then you fight
It was fun, but it
Ninja
was
Turtles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was such a weird
I know.
experience. There was like Coast Guard and I don't know, just all these weird like military people because it's an international border,
Oh yeah, right.
And but then everyone's like drinking and partying and probably like it.
Yeah.
There's nothing. It's just a complete debauchery type of degenerate experience. Like everyone just is doing the worst things that you can imagine while floating down international waters on inner tubes with military people everywhere. Like apparently one year there was a bunch of like wind or something, and a bunch of people like blew to the Canadian side, and I guess it was like hundreds of people just got blown over to Canada, and it was like this weird.
They're probably on the shore with like big poles trying to push the Detroit people away.
Get back.
Right. Well,
they're all drunk.
Because like if you were to just do that, you would end up in jail, right?
Yeah. Right.
So it was kind of like they didn't know what to. I guess they let everyone go, but
yeah,
because they couldn't deal with hundreds of people getting blown over to another country. But
do they still? They still do that?
They do it once a year, and it's the weekend of the Dream Crew.
It's a good combination.
So
that's funny.
Yeah, it's like if you don't want to hang out on Woodward, you can go do the float down.
Well, you float down, and then where do you end up? How do you
get back?
It takes hours. Yeah, I think people have shuttles, or like you might have. You normally will go in a group, so you'll have 2 vehicles, and you'll leave one at where it ends, and then everybody goes to the starting line, and then whatever.
Because when you arrive, you're drunk and on drugs because you're probably in an inner tube drinking, right? And then you get to the end and you're inebriated, and then you're like, let's drive home.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But the car's at the beginning.
Right. And there's 100 other people doing the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
It sounds awful. Probably my brother's there all the time.
Yeah, he would love it. I'm surprised he didn't start it.
Yeah, he may have, actually. Yeah. He does that. He does. I've seen, he posts just pictures where there's always people with inner tubes and boats around. You know, it's like that whatever that lifestyle is with floating
that lazy
people.
river. Yeah.
Yeah. It's something to do with getting drunk. I figured that out. Like I've never
just
heard anybody
one
that's
more
sober say, I'm
excuse.
going to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, what's a sport that involves drinking? And it's like, oh, this one where you float. You just float. You're at the mercy of nature.
Nature, yeah.
You just don't you try to steer against the current. No, you can't do anything. You just get drunk. And the river takes you to Canada.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I don't know that I
It sounds fun.
have it out of it.
Hey, Diz, I'm close. I'm in
What's
Saline.
your
Okay.
oh right. I'll be right back. I have to use the bathroom.
All right.
All right. Yeah, Celine's cool. I make the t-shirts for the Celtic Festival. They do this Celtic Festival. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Yeah.
The Saline Celtic Fest. Yeah. Because I make t-shirts. So
Okay.
I designed that for them for like a lot of years. And then this year they did it somewhere where they don't normally do it. And I'm not sure where it was, but they didn't ask me for shirts. So I don't know what happened, but
this was the first year that they did that they didn't.
Yeah, they did it somewhere else, like in a place they don't usually do it. And then they didn't get to me about making shirts, but I think the lady that used to do it isn't doing it. And then when new people come in, it's like with everybody, nobody tells anybody anything, you know? So nobody knows who came. It's like that with everything though now. Like people leave places and they just leave and no one says a word like how things are done. And, you know, so it's like that with the schools. It's like that with businesses. Like we get people saying, hey, do you guys make shirts? And it's like, yeah, we made the shirts for your business for the last 20 years, you know? And they're like, oh, no one told me. It's like, yeah, nobody tells anybody anything. Yeah. So what do you do in Saline?
I work for the school district, IT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Saline School District, they have somebody with hornets or something, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I made some of those shirts for them.
Yeah.
Before. Like a hornet mascot.
Yeah. What part of town do you live?
So I'm in Ann Arbor. I'm right in Ann Arbor. I'm at the southeast. I'm right on the edge of Ypsi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like I'm at Packard and Platt. I'm real near Carpenter Road. So Carpenter Road is Ypsi.
Yeah.
And so actually I do most of my shopping and everything on the Ypsi side just because it's cheaper, you know. But yeah, it's I like it. I like living here. There's a lot more crime though now. You know, crime's going up all the time.
In your area there?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's like Ann Arbor's a funny place. They build a lot of low income housing, and they like to put them all in the same areas for some reason. You know, it's bad. Like right across the street, there's already been multiple shootings, you know. And I mean, it's the kind of shootings now where these kids, they just walk out of SUVs and they just shoot like right into the apartment windows, and and they're on camera. Yeah. And they don't care. And then you realize the cops aren't catching anybody, you know? And I'm just like, man, this is crazy, you know? So that's like one of the reasons why like thinking about moving to Japan or something actually sounds like a nice idea for that, just because there's petty crime every night, but like they break into the cars like every night around here. Mostly kids, you know, but I mean, it doesn't take someone that old to shoot, you know, it's a problem, so yeah, remember when Detroit was real dangerous? Now it's Ann Arbor for some reason.
That's weird.
It's
Really?
like, yeah, Ypsi, Ann Arbor is getting, I don't know. I never worried much. Actually, I think I always felt fine in Detroit. I was never worried. But there's just a lot of shootings and stuff around here now. It's kind of strange. I don't know why. Like, yeah, it's weird. I mean,
That is
Go
weird.
ahead.
Is your shirt shop in Ann Arbor too?
Yeah, it's right on Main Street.
Hmm.
That's been there for a long time, and that's the other reason. Like, moving would be a big deal because I'm like it's just basically it's me and the owner of she owns the place, but I do most of the work. She does the paperwork, which is good because I don't want to do that anyway. But it's like if I leave, the business would go out of business like the next day. So like there's no one that's going to do my job. And so I don't know. Financial stability is a good thing, but so is moving somewhere where no one's shooting at you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So it's it's one of those things. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to hook up sometime because we're so close.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. My son
How far away is St.
lives in Italy.
I'm like 15 minutes from what's the mall?
Yeah, the Briarwood Mall.
Yeah, Briarwood. Yeah, I'm 15
Yeah,
minutes.
the Briarwood Mall is like 3 miles from my house. So
okay, sweet.
yeah. I live right off of Packard, but Packard actually turns into the road that the mall's on. So.
Yeah. I'm right near the Walmarts.
Yeah, that's right. I went to that Walmart, I think, once. A long time ago. Yeah. There was a Walmart here. They built it in Ypsi, but then it went out of business, I think. Yeah. But yeah, I don't even go to Meijer anymore or anything, It's like I shop I get my groceries from the Indian store, like the Indian people, just because during COVID, like they closed so much shit down. And I'm like, I'm just going to go local anyway. And then I just became good friends with all the people in the small shops, So it's much better anyway over there. I eat a lot of Indian food just because it's near my house.
Indian
you buy
food's
vegetables,
awesome.
you don't. Yeah, there's all vegetables you've never seen. Like you don't know what they do, It's like, is this bitter or spicy, or is it like a fruit? Do I eat the skin? And then you ask them, and some of them speak English and some don't. What's funny is there's a guy that works there. I've been talking to him for 5 years, but he doesn't speak English. But somehow we always talk.
Yeah.
Every time. Always.
That's awesome.
You figure it out.
Yeah, he speaks Gujarati. Yeah.
I've never even
that
heard
language? No. I think 8 people speak that language. Well, in India, it's like each city has its own language, dialect, So even people in India can't speak to other people from other cities unless you have family there, and then you have to know it. So yeah, it's funny. Like at the Indian store, they can't talk to all the customers that come in, but the one lady can, and then the one guy can talk to other people, and it's really interesting, Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. What are you
If you
doing?
ever go to
Eric?
that Indian restaurant on Main Street, there's an Indian restaurant right down there.
Is it
South
Indian
of your
or
work.
is it?
Yeah,
Is it Indian or Middle Eastern? Okay.
it's Indian, and it's on the corner.
What's
You know, like south of. It's probably like a
I
mile
know-
or a mile and a half south of your work.
just down Maine?
You know where? Yeah, it's so good.
Is it called like Shalimar or something? Or
Yeah,
I don't
Sure.
know the name. I don't know. I don't know
Close
if
enough.
I've been there. Yeah.
it's the
Something like-
only Indian restaurant there, and it's
Well,
we
the
would
businesses have been coming and going really fast in Ann Arbor. Like
go, right?
everything, every month it looks
Yeah.
different to me now. So I don't know. Like the restaurants have a hard time staying in business, and I think this is. I think it's too much. I think the rent must be too much for in Ann Arbor. I think it's really expensive, you know. So,
Yeah,
and then the prices have to be high, and then I don't know. Main Street's been closed to traffic for like 2 years on one end. Like they
Yeah, don't
actually
they let
don't
people
want
dine?
cars anymore. Right. So what's happening
everyone's
is
eating
the whole
and
city.
shit.
Yeah, this is really strange. It's some kind of bizarre experiment where they're taking out automobile transportation. They're implementing all these bizarre bike
Yeah.
lanes like you're used to in Ferndale, where they put the lanes and those strange like
They're
pillar things.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so the traffic lanes are being reduced by like half. But at the same
Yeah.
time, they're building all these super expensive high-rise condos for wealthy people to come
Mhm.
in. And all these people drive cars, and all the people that work at U of M, and I mean the traffic. So the amount of vehicles is multiplying tenfold, and at the same time, they're eliminating all the streets and lanes.
Mm.
creating
so
a
it's really
bottleneck.
bizarre because it's like, oh, it's crazy. Like they're at the point now where some of the roads are one lane for both directions. That's not a
Mm.
joke. Like there's
Yeah,
one
that's
lane for both
9
cars.
Mile is.
Yeah.
That's what 9
And
Mile
people are
is
like,
now.
what are we supposed to do?
And
Oh, really? It's one lane?
yeah, from Ferndale to Oak
No
Park,
shit.
and then they put all these weird obstacles in the middle of the road to give people a reason to crash into something, and
Mhm.
and they put those.
No, what I'm saying
they're
is,
like these.
listen, it's not like you have one lane going this way and one lane going the other way. It's only one lane
one for both.
for
You have
both.
to take turns. Is that what you're saying?
Like
crazy.
this. Right? And so if you see somebody coming,
Yeah.
no, that's what I'm saying. It is crazy
Mm.
because somebody has to literally swerve out of the way. And so people are like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? And they're like, well, they do this in these European countries. Figure it out. It's like their answer. They're like, no, this is like, this is the European way.
Mm.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
I've
weird.
seen people drive in Europe. It's fucking nuts. It's like people just literally almost hitting each other all the time. It's like, no, we need like,
Yeah.
and the cars aren't that small here either. We have big, people like big cars and stuff. It's just crazy.
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, I would probably, if I didn't have kids, I have to take them to school. I mean, I probably wouldn't even use a car, right? Like I would ride a bike or something, but that's the truth is people, they have to like, and then in the winter, what are you going to do? Like no one's riding their bicycle when the snow's 3 feet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't know. It's some experiment and people make these decisions in the city. And there's literally,
Yeah.
half of the roads are bike lanes, and I see like maybe 2 people on a bike.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. There's 900 cars lined up, and there's one guy on a bike just riding past everybody. Right? And you're
I
like,
know.
oh,
It's so
that's
weird.
what they made him for. That guy.
The one guy.
That one guy, you know. So they don't want you driving, I guess.
I don't know. There's something. There's some like conspiracy theory about 15-minute cities. I don't know if you guys have heard about
What is
that,
that?
but I think that's like it. I don't know everything about it other than they're trying to make it so that everyone has access to everything they need within like 15 minutes from their house. And so no one, something about not discouraging people to drive, discouraging people or encouraging people to ride more bikes. But the problem is, yeah, it's like that. That sounds great in California or Florida or something. But,
right.
you know, we have winter, like you said, and half the year the weather sucks and you're not, no one's riding bikes. And so I'm not, it does seem like there's some bigger agenda. And I don't really know what the end goal
because
is.
whoever's in charge of the city greenlit all these huge projects to change the roads, but there's more cars and less ability to drive. So I don't know what they're doing. Like, I don't know what they're thinking, you know. They're forcing you to not have a car, but then it's like, well, how are you going to get to work? Like, people that work at the hospital, they don't live next to the hospital. Like, they're coming in from not even Ann Arbor. I mean, you know, the U of M hospital is like a city, right? It's like its own city. And so there's just thousands and thousands of people working there. And there's nowhere to park. There's no, like, there's just like one road in. And it's like, it's fucking crazy. Like, every time I leave work, the cars are just stopped outside my work. Like, it's just lined up. Because everyone's trying to leave the city on one lane. And it's like, okay, you know, it takes me 45 minutes to drive 7 miles. You know, it's just kind of weird, you know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's, and then places go out of business, right? Like restaurants. It's like, well, maybe no one can get here. You know?
Yeah.
No one's going out because people are like, well, we're going to go out and we're going to get stuck in traffic and there's nowhere to park. Like, you know where I park in Ann Arbor?
Cranky Bank.
I park. That's exactly where I park, in the same spot.
Where's that?
There's a place we used to park when we would skateboard in Ann Arbor when we were teenagers. And I park at that same spot even today.
Where is it?
Like, so it's on, it's okay. It's hard to explain actually, because like you have to go behind the credit union and there's like a parking lot just for people that work at the credit union, but they close at 5, so it doesn't matter. And then you park in the back there, but that's on I think it's William Street. It's close to Liberty. And the cool thing is, if you park there, you can pretty much go anywhere in the city on foot, you know, or skateboard, like we used to skateboard. And that's where my wife parks too. I showed her that spot, and I've been parking there. So if I ever disappear, go there and see if my car's there.
Okay.
Right? Like, yeah.
It's funny because I was just joking. I was joking, but it's funny that you are still parking.
I still park.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
And it's crazy that I still can.
Yeah. Is Tio's still around the corner? Is that Mexican food place around Tio's? I love that place.
No, Tio's. Wait, I don't know if Tio's is still there. There was another one though that was
Oh,
right
okay.
by where I parked there, but then they went out of business. They were pretty good. Tio's may still be there, but they're expensive though, But yeah, they're good. I don't know if I'm gonna check
Yeah.
and see actually. Shit, I can't. It's all Japanese.
There's no parking meters.
Okay, so in Ann Arbor, you might know, like there's meters you have to pay at like these kiosks to park. It's kind of, but I mean, they get filled up. And then what happens that's crazy is like rich people with Mercedes, they park wherever they want because they just pay the parking tickets. They don't care.
They don't care. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, because like to them, like the $20 fine is the same as not. It's literally nothing. So all the cars are lined up with like Mercedes and stuff, and they're all illegally parked, but they don't care.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Tio's is still there, but I think I'm looking to see if they moved a little bit. No, see, is this the same one? I wonder if they moved a little bit. They're still there.
I know they open multiple locations. There's one.
Yeah,
by your
yeah.
house or
Tio's
closer
is
to
still
you,
there.
but-
Yeah, that's good. Good news. Yeah, we could eat there.
Yeah.
I don't eat out too much anymore. It's pretty expensive,
I don't either. I don't
It
because
just
they're
is.
just all the food is poison. So I just
It's got
so I
chromium.
just cook for
chromium in it.
myself. It might as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
We get a lot of Mexican.
You like Mexican food?
Yeah, there's a place over here, Mizrape.
That's the name of it?
Yeah,
I'm going to look it up. Hold on.
it's M-I and then Zarape. It's right across from Walmart.
Oh,
Yeah,
like
they're
mi
pretty
Mizrape.
Yeah.
2 words. I got it.
See,
Let me see. Yeah, I'm looking at it here. There. Yeah, I think I've seen this place. Mizrape. Oh, it looks good. I'm looking at pictures. See, I love pictures of food. Because I know when I order food, if I see a picture of it, that's what I want to order.
Yeah.
This.
Sometimes we go there just for the salsa.
Man,
We'll
it
just be
looks
like,
good.
Ooh.
give me a tub of salsa.
I haven't had dinner yet.
Mhm.
This is driving me nuts now looking at that. I wonder if you can post. Hey, can you post pictures in this thing somehow? Like,
Ye-
I wonder.
Yeah. There's weird.
It's all Japanese.
Like under-
is it in the? Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out where that would be in Japanese. Present?
In the middle.
Is it on
Yeah, there's in the middle, there's a monitor with a plus
on,
sign in the middle of it. I think
Oh, I see. Okay. So press that.
I think that's how.
It's got
And
Japanese
then you get
on it.
options.
And then under that, God, this is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm just clicking stuff. And now it says there's an upload button. It says Google. I have no idea what this is. What does the upload button do? I have no idea. Present.
Or does he want to share screen?
Oh, okay. I see. So what you can do is you can upload something from your computer, it looks like. But I didn't know if you could just paste something, That would be a useful function.
Oh.
It might be in here somehow.
You could do
It
a
might be in
share screen.
Okay, hold on. No, wait. So the little chat window on the side? Maybe you can do it in the chat window. But I have to find out what paste is in Japanese. Hold on. Oh shit, I just pasted something, but I don't know what that says.
It's Nani.
No, it looks fucked up, I think. Oh, I think I did it, but it doesn't work with the picture. Shoot. It was just a picture from. Oh, now it's gone. Hold on. It was a really good picture from that Miserape. All right, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to try this a different way.
You're just trying to make all of us hungry.
I am. No, this looks really good. I'm also trying to test out how this thing. I'm also trying to see how this thing works, like this chat thing. You know, like what we can do and what we can't do here. Yeah, because it's got a paste function in the chat, but I don't think you can put images in there unless you see something. You can read something in there that I can't because you have English versions. Let me see. Oh man. So the browser I was using before was Brave, the Brave browser. And I use the Brave browser for everything. I really like it. But for some reason it didn't work with this. It must be blocking parts of it, you know, how it works. All right, let me see. Present. I'm going to try that present thing. Oh,
Brave has like a bunch of security features, right?
Yeah, that's why I like it. You know, it blocks all this malicious crap and all these pop-ups that will come up. It's really nice. Present. Where was that present thing? No.
This would probably just run smooth with Chrome, I guess.
Well, that's what I'm in, but for some reason the Chrome's out. My wife uses it, so it's always in Japanese.
I mean, Hexachrome.
Yeah, the Detroit version.
the Hexachromium browser.
The Hexachrome browser it poisons your eyeballs when you use it. All right. Let me see something here. You can talk. I'm just pushing Japanese buttons. I'm going to try to post a picture here.
Yeah, I was trying to do one too, but
yeah, if you see something that shows, I don't even know what. Okay, play. What is this thing? Oh, all right. Well, I might have found a button here. I didn't mean to grab this. Is that?
When you press the present button, there's 4 options. The top one says slide. The second one says extra camera. The third from the top is video file. The fourth option at the bottom is share screen. Which we were doing earlier. We were sharing the screen and it worked until it crashed at the very end, but whatever.
Yeah,
it was cool.
Eric, your audio gets like funny sometimes as it is. I don't know. You know, is it just me that hears Eric echoing? Or
no, I heard it every.
Okay, yeah, like every so often, Eric's audio gets. Does my audio get funny?
No, you've been smooth.
You sound good.
Okay. So what I'm looking at is the very bottom of the screen. I've got the microphone icon, video camera icon, the gear for the tools, and then this monitor with a plus sign.
That's the present.
Okay, so I'm going to push that, and then the first one has, what is that first one?
Slides.
Suraida. Got it. Okay. And then, so a slide, what is a slide?
So that says you can upload like slides, PDFs, or what was the other one?
Okay, let me try that.
It says you can add files from your computer too. That's the.
Okay, let me see.
The up arrow. Here, let's see. Oh, slides, PowerPoint, and PDF.
Yeah, so so I just tried it, and yeah, it only will let you do those. It doesn't work with like a JPEG. Yeah. That's
weak.
Well, I don't know. I can try to force it. Let me try this.
Unless you shared your screen, like they went deeper and shared your whole screen.
Okay, I just did it. I just picked something, but where is it now? I picked a file and nothing happened.
Like a PDF or something?
It was a JPEG, but
oh yeah, that probably won't.
Didn't work. All right. Well, I can figure things out, but it's just this. There's just so much Japanese. It takes me forever to read it. Oh well. wish you could just paste it right on the screen, like right into this chat thing over here. What is this? I shouldn't be clicking all these buttons, not knowing what they do.
I just tried to upload a PDF, but I don't know where that went.
Yeah, right. It's like I can upload things, but where are they going?
Oh, hold on. Oh, it's processing. It says it's a Mackie. Yeah, you can see my Mackie manual.
All right, let me see what this is.
Do you guys see that?
I did not see
I don't see anything.
anything. Yeah.
So I uploaded a manual. It shows up as slide 1.
Now I
Let's
see card image. So yeah,
All right, hold
But
on,
it's
let me
like
go
a-
back.
broken. It's like a broken. Oh, I see it now. Let's see.
Where are you seeing this? Where are these
Kind of
images?
at the bottom where our thumbnails are.
Yeah.
So then I have the option to add to stage. So I'm clicking that.
Oh,
Because you're the room moderator guy. You're the only one who can do this, right? Eric,
I don't know. I don't
yeah, because
know.
I don't
Maybe.
see. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't see anything. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that
So
doesn't
I
make me
uploaded.
hungry.
Wait, I uploaded a JPEG. Do you see the JPEG?
No.
Okay, so that didn't work.
Well, there's slide 1. Maybe there's an arrow. I wonder.
No, that's part of the manual. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
right. Yeah. But at least, hey,
Hmm.
we're figuring this out, right?
Yeah, because that's a PDF, right? So,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they should have some simple way to just.
That's me scrolling through it there.
Well,
That's kind of
They
cool.
should just have a simple way to order Mexican food for all of us.
No, I know.
And have it
Why don't
delivered.
they just have a big button that looks like a taco on it?
I know.
Like right in the bar, right down here, next to the video camera. Why are their priorities so screwed up?
I know.
God. Some freaking nachos.
Idiots.
Idiot. Nacho. Let me see. This is. Why doesn't this work in this one? Oh, okay. I wish I could figure out how to get this working in.
English.
Yeah, well, no, just my Brave browser because it generally works really well. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know why it doesn't work. What is the name of this thing? Streamyard?
Streamyard, and I don't think Brave was recommended. I think they recommended Chrome, Edge, Opera. And
Hey, you know what's hilarious about
Mhm.
Brave? You could see me and hear me, and I had no idea you were even there. Like in
Wow.
the Brave browser. So it's interesting. People trying to use this would be like, huh, and it would just be on all day. Like they wouldn't even know. Like I had no idea. It was just it was nothing. I was just like, oh, it's not even working. You know, just over
Weird.
here picking my nose and shit. You know, people are
Baton.
yelling at me. Yeah, go in, Baton. Crazy. Yeah, see, it's on Brave. I can't use my webcam for live streams. Streamyard.
Oh.
Why? Chrome, Firefox, Edge, and Opera all work with StreamYard.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, Brave was going to be that was the first thing I was going to try, but because they have something called Brave Talk now,
yeah.
which looked cool, but this thing does more of what I want for this purpose. You know?
Yeah, it's just informal.
You know what
Can I do what?
Put that mount back on his Witcher.
Put the what?
Did you say what again?
Yeah.
Huh?
Are you in trouble? Busted.
Busted.
You know, I can get the what is that? Opera or something?
Yeah, that was
Maybe I
one
should
of them.
get it just to try.
This
Maybe
is
I'll
ending.
download it.
This is ending
Okay.
in 10 minutes, just so you guys know.
Yeah, so what I'll do is next time I'll get that Opera browser just to run it just for this, you know.
Are you
Sure,
anti-Chrome?
I can't use the Chrome because it's all Japanese.
Oh.
So it's because Chrome decides it's Japanese because what it does is it studies your behavior and then uses AI to change the whole thing. And it works because my wife uses it. And so everything, I don't even want to mess with it because all her stuff, you know.
Yeah, like if it flipped back to English, she'd be pissed.
Yeah. So I'm not, you know, and Brave, I really like the Brave browser because I go to places like if you're just watching like free movies online, you know how you'll click things and pop-ups will just happen all the time. If you use Brave, it doesn't. Like nothing it like blocks everything from ever even interfering. So it's really nice. Yeah, and it's fast. I like it. I'm not against anything that works correctly. So
yeah.
Right.
I'll check this out. You know Ethan, who's Ian's friend and Jay's friend.
Yeah.
And he's in the band with
Hoff.
He's been making his own MIDI music, and it's really cool because he makes video games and he's been making his own game, everything from scratch, the whole thing. And he's been doing like MIDI music, and we've been talking about it, and it's really cool. So, yeah, it's interesting. It's nice, you know. And we were talking about how like what sounds good for video games. The Sega Saturn has a dedicated Yamaha sound chip in it, and a lot of the games, none of the soundtracks are actually pre-recorded. They're being played live through MIDI instruments built right into the system. And so what people are now realizing, if you go listen to a sound, like you'll take a video game disc, like a CD, and you can look at the contents and see all the tracks for all the songs, right? It'll be WAV files or whatever. Well, I noticed on my Saturn, there would be no soundtrack, but the game's full of music. And I found out that it's actually playing MIDI files. And it's playing them through this dedicated Yamaha processor. So basically, like you have a Yamaha synthesizer built into your Sega Saturn. And that's why it sounds so clean and so good. You know, it's like you have a drum machine and a synthesizer going. So we were looking into that. And it was really interesting. And there's someone selling that whole kit on Amazon for like $60. Like it comes with the keyboard and all the MIDI equipment and everything. It's like they don't even know what it is. It's really cool. But yeah, you know, he goes on forums and people are like telling him, no, don't use MIDI. That's stupid, you know? And like, in the meantime, we've built like this really cool way of like, he's using some older software and an older machine. Like, you know, he's using Windows 98 and all this old MIDI software, and it sounds really good. Like it's really fun, you know. There's a lot. Cool. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot you can do with MIDI, you know. It's kind of like a lost art, you know, but it's extremely efficient. I mean, MIDI files are.
Is he writing the songs? Is he writing the songs specifically for his video game, or is he looking to do more with it than that?
Well, I mean, he is in a band. I mean, you know, he's he's the drummer, but I don't know. I mean, for a living, he already makes video game characters and stuff for other people.
That's cool.
So that's what he does. He's a programmer and he writes, but I mean, he's putting a lot of effort because this is his own project, So it's funny because we're just like, well, how do we? He wants to make an old school video game, and wants to make the music like that too,
Is it like chiptunes?
Well, it's interesting because the way he's doing it is, and his current setup, I'd have to get what he's using. He's got this really cool, I don't even know what it is. If I could post a photo, I could show you, but I don't know how. So
make it a PDF.
Yeah, I know that's the thing. I'm going to make it a PowerPoint presentation just to show you what I'm talking about. But next time.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Really cool. So.
Well, this is going to wrap up in less than 5 minutes. So,
okay.
Should we, because this is going to be uploaded for other people to watch.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was happening. So there's like video of me. Yeah. The whole point is people are gonna be like, "Who's this guy that he doesn't even know he's on camera?" He's and they're he's ruining the whole thing.
I think we're all ruining the whole thing.
Yes. The part where I'm like,
we're all figuring it out.
You think all Asians know kung fu? Are you trying to say every Japanese person knows karate? Yeah, I mean, we talked about really good, important things the whole time. Call this taco talk. Taco talk. It's like we're just trying to post a JPEG of a burrito, and we can't even do that. That's.
Do you hear that?
Oh, that's my song.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, that sounds pretty good. I haven't heard this on a good system, like loud. I don't know. I wonder what it sounds like.
I've been playing it at Speakerbox. It's funny because people look at me confused. Like they like it, but they're like,
"Good.
Is this good?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, yeah,
right." Like, who knows?
Dance
the
to
guy
it,
that
jerks.
made it doesn't. Yeah. There you go.
Have you been down there?
I haven't been to Speakerbox. Or have I? Have I been to Speakerbox?
No.
I don't
not
know.
Yet. I feel like this was stuttering or something.
The last. It might be. It's probably because I made stuttering in the song. It's probably the weird voice sample. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made that on Reason. Reason 2.5. The old.
Yeah.
No, not even. I think it's just 2.0. But that's another thing. Like,
I have 2.5.
Someone was like, what's Reason?
Oh yeah, that was my go-to. That was me and Scott's go-to.
I love Reason. I think it's great. You can. It's like Photoshop for music because there's a million ways to accomplish what you want to do. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
cool. Well,
Reason,
we have 1 minute.
No. Burrito. Where's this?
Save it for next time.
What's the name of that Mexican restaurant?
Mi Zarape.
Shout out to Mi Zarape.
Our sponsor.
We're sponsored by Mi Zarape. It's mucho
cool.
Goodo.
We'll have to all meet up over there soon.
And what was yours? Tio's?
Yeah, Tio's in Ann Arbor, but we can't park anywhere, so we're gonna go to Mi Zarape.
Yeah.
We should. Let's go. Let's go to Celine.
Yeah.
Let's do it
All right.
next time.
Let's do it.
Yeah. We'll just
Sounds
run this,
good, man.
We'll just bring our laptops and we'll do this show from Mizrape.
There you go. Then you can come to my
Okay,
place.
it's done.
You can
Sounds
come to my
fun.
place
I
for
think
a
it's done.
bonfire.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That sounds fun. All right. All done.
I don't know. It's still going. But
No, it's not. It's done.
we'll see. It said 2 hours.
So we
and
just wait and see?
It just crossed the 2 hours.
Hmm.
Let's see
Good
how long it
going.
goes for.
What if it goes till tomorrow? Oh, it is
I know.
tomorrow.
I have no.
See? It's already tomorrow.
It is tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm looking at the timer, but it's just got Japanese writing all over it. How did you set this up? Do you set a timer when you start recording, or how does it work?
Said that we're using the free version, and it said that we're limited to 2 hours on the free version. So,
Okay.
but it said the only thing because my computer crashed when we were looking at the sound, or the computer didn't crash. The browser tab crashed. So I don't know if that started something over. Whatever.
Oh.
We'll
Yeah, because it says 2 hours.
figure it out, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you can you can stop it yourself, right?
It's still going.
Right, but I mean, do you have the power to stop it, or are we actually all trapped in this box together until
We
this
can't leave. Yeah. Well,
it's like
I
the
was confused
Superman movie where we're floating through space and that thing, and we're all like, ah!
Yeah.
We're just waiting for it to crash into a fucking planet so we can get out. Eric, it's been more than 2 hours. 4 hours later, we're just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
You
4
can never
hours
leave.
later, it's still going.
We're just here. All right. Here we are.
All right.
Mizrahi.
Well, thanks for
All right,
joining
Yep.
me. And we'll try and do this on a regular basis, I think.
Yeah, I'll be more
I don't know.
prepared next time. Yeah. It was kind of an experiment.
Yeah. I think Sunday nights are good.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
might do
good.
another one
Yeah.
like halfway through the week, because like Charlie's on a different schedule. Where
Okay.
like he can't do Sunday nights. So anyway, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Sounds good. All right.
Cool. All right, guys. I
Cool,
will
man.
end
Okay.
this.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. It's
We'll
nice
see what
talking to you.
happens.
Yeah, man. Yeah, good getting in touch, and I'll hit Eric up for your number or something, and maybe
Yeah.
we'll see if we can connect in Ann Arbor.
Yeah, sounds fun. All right. Cool.
All right.
All right. Is it done?